Well, surprise of surprises, we've actually seen what the S23 Ultra now looks like because somehow a retailer, I think in South America somewhere, ended up getting a hold of these boxes. I've got some images here you can see. You can see the four distinct colors. You can see the retail packaging on the box. It's clearly a pink, a cream color, a green color, and a black color, which is what we've seen in the leaks. And there are a couple surprises, a few things that we can gather from this that I want to talk about. One, don't always buy into the rumors. Now, the rumors have been pretty spot on with this device, and usually with Samsung devices, they're relatively on point. There were a couple exceptions with the Z Fold 4 this last year, but with the S22 Ultra, S23 Ultra, Samsung always finds a way that these things just conveniently leak out very soon before it's time for the device to come out. And I'm sure they do this intentionally in a lot of different places. However, taking a look at it, you can see the colors, and they look much more vibrant, and I actually almost made a video. I almost did. I did not, though. And previously, about a week or two ago here, everybody was talking about the colors because we had the official colors and the names, and there's some weird names. I'm just going to go with pink, green, cream colored, and black. Like I don't even remember the names right now. They're just weird. But yeah, they looked really washed out, really kind of light, and I looked at them like, that just doesn't look right. But I learned my lesson from the S22 Ultra this last year. The burgundy one, it looked really pink in the marketing materials and in everything that I saw. And then seeing it in person, it was just a completely different story. So, but this one, it does look a bit more pink than I expected. I thought we were going to be a little bit more on the lilac side than the pink side, but who knows? It may look really good in person, and I hope that it does. I may even still get that one. Overall, here's one thing you can see from the images. It looks exactly like this phone. This one, the S22 Ultra. And this is not a new surprise either. I'm actually okay with it. This reminds me kind of like how things used to be with the S model with the iPhone. You would get the new number, and then you'd get the S model the next year, have some changes, better camera, internal improvements, but overall not change the design. This is the second year. Honestly, it's like the third year of the design. It's really not far off from the Note 20 Ultra, just being completely upfront here. So, but as the S23 Ultra, this is the second year as the Ultra series phone with the S line. So, I'll give it to them this year. This design I liked a lot. And most of the stuff I didn't like was not the design, not how it looked, not the colors. It was what was inside of it. And what was inside of it? The Snapdragon 8 Generation 1, which at the time, everybody was touting as being such an amazing processor. And the big thing was it was effectively kind of a reworked Snapdragon 888, slightly different, but a lot of core stuff intact, but added more AI stuff, more smart features. And it just really didn't feel like that's something the phone accomplished all that well. And two, well, I think there's been a lot of leaps and bounds in the last year since that phone's come out. But also the battery life, the heat management, the throttling, they were just not good. It made for a not great experience and poor battery life. And let's face it, when you have a phone that costs as much as these do, $1199 plus tax, minimum baseline, 5,000 milliamp battery, you really expect there to be a good experience there. You expect it to last all day long, especially when you have the competition. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, which is what was out at the time, was just absolutely slaying every other phone out on the market with battery life, with like 1,000 less milliamps. So if you could get 10, 12 hours out of the 13 Pro Max, 13 hours, and then go get 4.5, 5 hours of screen on time out of the S22 Ultra, it just wasn't very good. It's like, why am I paying so much for this? Why didn't I just go get an iPhone? Because it'll last me all day, right? And I know this phone lasts a lot of people all day. And actually, ever since One UI 5 has come out, a lot of updates since this phone has come out, quite a few changes, it's a better phone than it was a year ago. And that's something that I like to see. I like to see progress. I like to see updates. I like to see things fixed. So much stuff in these phones is controlled by software. There's the hardware experience. It's all controlled by software. Ultimately, it's like a tag team duo there. And if both of them do their job right, then you get a much better experience, better battery life, smooth operating efficiency, all that great stuff, and things will work the way they're supposed to. I haven't really had a whole lot of bugs with it. Actually, in fact, this is one of the least buggy phones of 2022. Now we're in 2023. Still a good phone, still good for 4 more years. That's a great thing about Samsung. 4 years of operating system updates, 5 years of security patches, industry leading in the Android arena. Even more so than what you get with Google by a margin. A little bit of explanation there because, of course, the Pixel comes out a few months before the new S series. So it gives it a little bit of a lead time. So yes, you don't get 4 years of operating system updates out of the Pixel, but it's kind of like 3 years and 7 months with the S23 Ultra, just because it comes out about 4 or 5 months after the new Android system. But anyway, both of them are good. But Samsung has actually been kicking Google's butt over the last year when it comes to software updates and reliable hardware, not having issues and things like that, especially last year with the Pixel 6. The Pixel 7 got off to a good start. Kind of frustrating here lately. Some people are still stuck on the November patch, which I don't get. And then some people are still waiting on the January patch, stuck on December because there's something going on, T-Mobile, Google Fi side, and some things like that. But overall, focusing on the S23 Ultra, I'm excited about it. It's available. Well, not available. Let me put some context on that phrase. The S23 Ultra and the rest of the S23 phones are actually going to launch. It's going to be announced on February 1st. You can reserve your pre-order now. If you reserve your pre-order, you get $50 of Samsung credit when you pre-order the phone through Samsung. So you click on the link's in the description, takes you to the Samsung website, put in your name and your email address. That's all you need to do. And then when the phone launches, if you pre-order it, then you can get the $50 Samsung credit. If you reserve 2, if you opt into that, whenever you reserve it, you can get 100 if you so choose to buy 2 things. And then, of course, you can use a Samsung credit towards a case, a wireless charger, a power adapter, whatever. It's nice. It'll stack on top of all the extras that you get through Samsung. But, yeah, it's just right around the corner. Not much longer now. We're underneath the 2-week window, and this is exciting. It's cool to see this stuff before it comes out. Confirmation on a lot of things, a lot of the looks, see the retail packaging, see the colors. Give yourself a better glimpse. I mean, this is one of these things where we kind of get a window into what we're actually going to get and see, and then you can go, okay, I don't like that. I don't want to reserve that. Or you see it and you're like, okay, I'm glad I held out till now because now I'll reserve it because I like the way that it looks. Just like this phone, the S22 Ultra. Yeah, like I said, I give them a pass. I give them a pass on not completely redesigning the thing because most of that worked really well. Great design language, great engineering, great hardware, put together really well, beautiful phone, very elegant looking. And this looks to continue on that, except we're going to get that Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 on the inside. That should hopefully give us the experience that we wanted with the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 in the first place. And a lot of that confirmation that I get with the Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1 that we got with the Fold 4 and the Flip 4, it fixed a lot of those shortcomings, really tightened it up. A lot better in the power and the efficiency department. We're going to get light mode, all those good things. We should have a really good experience when it comes to the S23 Ultra whenever it gets here. Better than the S22 Ultra. But if you got the S22 Ultra, you don't want to trade it in, you want to hang on to it, it's good for 4 more years. And that's what I was saying earlier. The software, the support is very good. It's a good phone. And it's kind of like a nitpicky thing here. I'm not trying to say that the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 was not good. It was a very good chip. But, well, if you've used one, you probably experienced the not so great battery life, and that's just the really, all those features are there. We've got the big camera, we've got the new 200 megapixel camera coming, the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2, Quad HD Plus resolution, 120 hertz refresh rate, 5,000 milliamp battery, all these things, and it should run a lot longer. We should be getting more maximization of our battery life, and that's just really what I'm hoping to see, and what we should see a lot better with the S23 Ultra versus the S22 Ultra. So very, very cool. Again, you got to see the photos, all that stuff. Let me know which color you like the best. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what color is your favorite, which one you want to get if you're going to reserve it. Again, links in the description if you want to do that. If not, don't worry about it. You can wait till it gets here and then not get the $50 of Samsung credit. But of course, also, that's US only, I think. I had some people telling me internationally that it might not work. So you can go ahead and click on it. If it works, you can do some more research on it. Actually, I'll do some more research on it because I would like to know. I don't know if it's available for Europe or other countries, but I know at least in the United States, it's definitely available. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please go down to the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.